Hi, sir. Let me make you co-host.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir. ¿Por qué yo no los escucho?
Because.
Hi, Dr. Papi, welcome.
Okay, good. Hello.
Hi, sir. You can unmute now.
One minute, huh?
Tenemos three
You let me know when
curious.
I can just start.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Finally.
Yeah,
How are you doing?
great. How are you?
Good.
So excited?
I miss being with you guys. I've been so busy.
We miss you too.
Okay.
So, Serge, you're gonna give me the okay when we can start with the, the
We
speech
have
of
to wait.
welcome?
I
Okay.
mean, it's
So how
20.
many people are joined already?
We have 30 people right now, including
How
us.
many?
Yeah,
How many?
31.
31.
31. Okay. I think we can start, right? But this time, one thing, I will take questions for maybe five minutes or so to let everybody come in, right? But
Yeah.
after that, we don't want to allow questions until I'm finished with the webinar. This is the brand new talk. You haven't never heard it. It's going to be new for you too.
Okay. Maybe we
Okay.
can wait for 4 minutes.
Okay. Sure.
Okay. Just to
Yes,
make
9
sure that
minutes will be okay because
more people join.
People
it's
join.
4 to 10 a.m. So we can
Yeah.
wait 4 minutes.
Yeah. Good.
Great.
I set up my PowerPoint.
Yeah, there's a lot of people joining right now, so great.
Are the regulars? I don't know whether we informed the regulars or not.
Yes, Abhishek, you can share your question in the Q&A section and we're going to read it for you.
Share. How do I do that? I do the triple angle of people or what?
Please share the PPT of how to do a question.
There is. There is.
Do I go to messages or do I go to
You have to
activities?
go to the bottom of your Meet have those forms.
Yeah.
Please write on the messages. Then you click.
On the which one?
It is on the left to the messages icon.
Yes, we have a
On
different
the right.
question and share there.
It is called activities. You click there.
Oh, activity. Yeah.
Yeah.
I click the activity. Good.
Okay. Then you can
Record
see the
room,
Q&A.
host, recording.
Q&A. The fourth
Which one?
option.
It has
Q&A.
a question mark icon,
Good.
so you're gonna find it real fast.
Great. Then you
Thank
just have to
you.
click.
Thank
No
you.
worries.
Okay.
Well, we
I'm
can,
ready
we can
with
read the questions too. Yeah.
with the questions. Right. But we handle questions at the end of the webinar, right? Not in the beginning.
Okay.
The
So we can
first 5
go
minutes.
back to the
Yeah.
First 5 minutes, I just want
to
to
the
say hello.
slides,
Yeah,
please.
in a minute you're supposed to start, sir.
Yes.
10
Give
o'clock,
me.
right?
I will give the introduction and then I will handle it to you, sir.
Okay.
Great. Okay, there's a lot of people joining. That's great.
Yeah, I believe that. So we should read. 1 second. Let me put a fan on. It's very hot.
Okay, we wait for you. Let me know.
It's hot in my room when I close the door. So just for a few minutes, right? I want the air conditioner. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay, let's do it. Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for joining us today. We are thrilled to have you here for this pivotal moment in our journey. Without further ado, I'd like to hand it over to our visionary leader, Dr. V. Gopinath, to take us through this exciting new chapter. Dr. V. Gopinath, the floor is all yours.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Should we allow another couple of minutes for people to join? In that time, I can take questions. Let's take questions for 5 minutes. How about that?
Okay.
Okay.
Kevin, can you put the slides of how to make question in this case, please? So guys, if you have any questions, you can you can follow this step and we're gonna read them for you, okay? Okay, for those who just joined, remember that you can make any question that you have. We're gonna have 5 minutes of question before we start with the whole presentation. You can follow this step that I'm presenting right now, and we're gonna read your questions for Dr. Gopinath. I think they're a little shy today.
What? Little shy today?
Yeah,
Oh, no.
they don't have very much questions.
Wait, I don't understand why my PowerPoint. My PowerPoint is not showing in as screen share. Let me just try it again. I want to screen share my PowerPoint without getting into a loop. Am I allowed to share? Right?
Yeah, you can share.
Okay. Window.
If you want, we can stop presenting so you can present.
No.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Let's start presenting. I can present then. Good.
That's it.
Good. Okay, now we can talk for a few minutes so that we can allow other people to join, right?
Yes, for now we have 182.
Okay, great. No questions?
Let me see the chat very quickly.
Okay.
We have one who's the Simple Sales Manager now.
Who is that? Simplia?
Sales Manager now.
Sales Manager. Okay. I don't know who it is except me. Okay. There are quite a few sales managers, quote unquote, but we haven't got a good formal organization yet.
Adriana has a question as well.
Yeah.
She wants to know if she can make a personal question.
Yeah. Right now is the good time, not paper. Go ahead.
Well, we'll wait for her to make the question. Meanwhile, we are receiving questions to everyone.
Okay.
You can put your questions in the...
Yeah. In a few minutes, we should close questions until I finish.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay.
No problem at all.
You have the question, Adriana?
Yeah, I have it. The question of Adriana, sir, is how is routine in a regular day?
How is it in a regular day?
A routine in a regular day.
How it would seem in a regular day? Well, my day. You mean my regular day?
I think she meant that. Who is your routine?
Okay,
how is your routine? She meant.
I wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Okay?
Oh my
I
God.
don't even brush my teeth. I rush to the computer, and I'm on Skype. Okay, with one person or the other, and then I have meetings. Then at 7 o'clock, I have breakfast, and then I come back and work again. That's really up to about 3 o'clock. Except, sorry, at 12 o'clock we have an important lunch. Me and my wife, yogurt lunch. So that's typically that. It's very boring, but
Okay, we have one here from Basu. It says, to our Gopi sir, I've always admired how you have accomplished an impact you have made. I'm curious, how would you describe your legacy?
how would you describe my what
Your legacy.
legacy?
Yeah.
Oh, I think my work and my PhD students who are good, and my granddaughters and my son, and of course Simplia. Simplia is the great baby.
Okay, great. We have another one here. What is your secret to be so active?
That's an interesting question, because I think, to tell you the truth, it's to be in love with something or somebody.
Of course, that makes you feel energized every
Yeah.
day.
Yeah, that's right. It's not like liking something, it's not like wanting something. It's to be in love. That's the secret.
Okay, we have another one here. It says, simply a WebEx integration is a good start. Are we going to maintain a database management in our Simplia CRM?
Yeah, actually, most people don't know that Webix is just a UI part, okay? But behind that is a database. That's why I'm encouraging everybody to use Webix, even for simple things. Because everything you put in that is actually in a database. You will be able to use it in a few weeks. Dashboards, workflow, all of that will follow from that. All of that.
Okay, great. Does anyone else have any question? This is the moment before we start with the presentation.
Right.
You can make it in the Q&A section, in the activity icon that you have on the right of the message icon. Okay, we're waiting for more questions, sir, but we have 200 people now on live, in case you
Okay.
wanted to know.
Great, great.
Okay, if anyone has another question, you can make it in the Q&A section. We have responded almost all of the questions, I think. Yes. For the moment, yes. I think you can start, sir.
Thank you,
And
everybody. This is like a rehearsal, because this is the first time I'm presenting this webinar. This webinar will be every Friday, okay? And it will be mostly for new people, not although you're welcome to join anytime. Most of the content will be probably the same, okay? So first of all, I want to introduce myself. I'm Gopi. I'm founder and CEO of Simplia. I'm known for Gopinath Observer, which is in hundreds of millions of devices and cars and missiles and planes now. And it was called Gopinath Observers almost 60 years ago, and is still active, because even in the most recent electric airplanes, they have tried to beat the Gopinath Observer using ChatGPT, but it's still not as good as Gopinath Observer. So that's just something about myself. It's not really bragging, but something that you can see that I'm talking from a lot of experience. So I want to first talk about what can small businesses gain from what is happening now and make more. That is the topic that I want to address. And about that, as you know, there is something in the air, and that AI is the new electricity, right? Many people say AI is the new electricity, and I also feel it is electric. It's everywhere, it's being used extensively, And so it's like electricity was many years ago. So it's a good idea to take a look at how was electricity, the new electricity 100 years ago, and how did it get being used. As you might know, you might have heard of Benjamin Franklin. He didn't discover electricity, but what he showed is that lightning is the same as electricity. And believe it or not, what do you think would be the first use of electricity? I'm going to talk about first use because it's a good idea to think of AI as in its initial states and how businesses can use it. And that when you use it, think of it as first users. The first use of electricity was lightning conductor. And that was 1752. And you can imagine how long ago that was, right? Now, I was at Bell Telephone Laboratories. That's where I worked the most. And at one time, telephone was the new electricity. And this is Alexander Graham Bell with the first telephone. Now, what was the first use of the telephone? It's very interesting. This is a player piano. It's a real player piano in Philadelphia. That the owner of that player piano made it a business over the phone, and you wouldn't believe what the business was. This is the first business use of phone, because when the phone was introduced, only few people had it, so they couldn't really use it because whom are they going to call? If only 5 people have it in New Jersey, whom are they going to call with the phone, right? So this guy had an idea that if he puts a phone next to a player piano and let people call him and listen to the player piano, that can be a good service. In fact, it became the first music streaming service, and it was a pretty good business for a while. So that was the first business use of the phone. Now we come to artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence was, the name artificial intelligence was given by Claude Shannon, who was also at Bell Labs, and I've met him a couple of times. He was very old by the time I joined. He was an absolute genius. This is an actual maze he made with a little mouse, mechanical mouse. That was the first AI, because the mechanical mouse actually discovered the maze. You can see he was brilliant. He actually worked with the mechanical engineer to make this maze so that he could change the maze anytime he wanted. You see these little pieces, it's like Lego blocks. So he would change the maze and the mouse will learn the new maze. This is 1950. Can you imagine that? Almost 100 years ago. But what was the first use of artificial intelligence? That happened many years before him, because artificial intelligence is really automatic control. This is a kind of redesigned system of this Greek guy, Tsibios, who handled a big problem with water clocks in those days. You know, water clocks, simplest water clock is some bucket of water flowing into another bucket of water through a pipe and you watching the level, right? But what used to happen is, as the water decreased in the first bucket, the water turned slower. So the clock was not accurate. So he had an amazingly brilliant idea to make a mechanical device that kept the water at the same level in the first part. And that invention was really used for almost 500 years. 500 years that invention was used. And that was really the first artificial intelligence. That's basically automatically controlling something. When you do the chat right now, the main point is it's automatic, right? There is no person behind it. It automatically replies to you. Many things that become automatic is artificial intelligence. So now coming to the current artificial intelligence, it's not really new. It's at least since 1950. A lot of people have used it. But what is really new is the very large learning models, because computers have become very powerful. And that's why ChatGPT became a success. And the first use of artificial intelligence is chat. But don't confuse with the first use, like the first use of electricity, with all the different uses that we can put chat to. This is basically what businesses are now understanding. And large businesses are already gaining using AI. There's $200 billion or more in AI business for large business. And small businesses are just starting to. And that's the topic I want to address. Now, one of the ways to understand for a small business how to use AI is to look at how is large business using AI, right? Large businesses using AI, there's an excellent overview of all the large businesses using AI in Google Cloud. It's called Next 2024, and it just happened in June. It collected together the major businesses in the world that are using AI. And one of the biggest ones is Bosch, that's revolutionized marketing through Gen AI. And believe it or not, it's pretty close to what we are doing using AI in creating content. They are doing it much bigger scale. And the other kind of use is building assistants. This is employee assistants, but I'll come to other assistants. But one of the most revolutionary uses of AI is bringing in-store experience home. This is what is going to catch on very fast. And this is not exactly chat. So, assistants category for large companies are a huge category. Number one application is customer agents. Many companies are using AI as customer agents. That means automatically replying to customers and prompting customers, having conversation with customers, all automatic. Second, very important one is employee agents. They are agents that employees can use to improve their work. Third one is creative agents. That means people who are creative, like designers, content writers. Those people can have agents that again improve their work, let them do more work, better work than they were doing before. Then there are data agents, which you might have not heard of, but it's very widely used and it's very useful for big companies and small companies. These are agents that go into data and discover patterns that human beings have a harder time to discover. This could be advertising data, this could be your financial data, this could be inventory data. Whatever data it is, AI agents can do a better job of it. The last agent, not the last agent, these agents are not so important to most businesses, but it's catching up very well in the big companies, are code agents. They are basically agents that can do most of the coding that a low-level coder will do. So that saves a lot of time and money for the big companies. Then last but not the least is agents that watch your house. In other words, agents or business, agents that protect your business, the agents that keep your data secure or your facility secure. These are all typical agents. And if you want to learn more about these, you can go to Google Cloud Next 24, and there are lots and lots of examples of big companies using AI. Now that comes to bring me to today's topic, which is how can small businesses use AI? There is a lot of people studying this. It's not only us. And a lot of use is documented in reports, and these are the references. But from all the documentations I collected together, how much potential improvement in your business can you make from AI if you are a small business, right? These are studies. And overall, your profits can be increased 30 to 50%. That is the topic of this webinar, how to make more from your business. So basically, you can today make 30 to 50% more in your business using AI. But that use of AI is not so obvious how to use it, right? And that's why National Science Foundation found that in the United States, the use of AI in small business is so low compared to the use of AI in big businesses. You can see here, small businesses 10 to 50 people, only 3% are using AI in any form. But large businesses, more than 25% of people are already using AI in big ways. So use of AI to make more in business is not new at all. It's just that smaller businesses have a harder time getting on the AI train. So let's see what some kind of medium businesses case. I want to present some case studies of not exactly very small business, but businesses that are between the ones that I showed you before, the large businesses, and the real small businesses. You can say they are like small, mid-sized businesses. Yeah. This is a case study of a real company that was small, and then they use AI in a creative way to really scale up and make a lot of money just in a few years, 3 to 5 years. They customize their skincare solution. That means their idea of using AI was to personalize their products. So instead of selling one cream for everybody, they sell you a cream that's perfect fit for your skin, your age, your profile. And that they found is a tremendous win for them. And now they are in many cities and they are making, of course, multiple times that they were making 5 years ago. Another interesting example is Improvi. They are a home painting service. When you have a home and you want the walls painted, you call a painting service. Now, this was kind of boring service, right? But they improved their profit margins and customer retention by a tremendous lot. In the case study, I was amazed by just doing more accurate estimates using AI. That means if you have a house, one of the biggest problems with painters is they don't know really how to estimate for the whole house, because it's very, very difficult to go in and measure all the walls and find out what paint costs and how long it will take to paint, etc. Right? All that complexity, they let AI do it. And just from that single one, Improvi, just scaled remarkably. They made millions of dollars out of that simple AI ad. That's a use case of a smaller company using AI. Another one, this is also a very interesting use case, which is Core Power Yoga. This is a small yoga studio which found a way to make it very convenient for their customers to schedule. Flexible scheduling, and then optimize the schedule for their own business. This was an AI app, which again catapulted their business, and now they are in multiple cities. Because when you have money to grow, you can grow from one city to many other cities. So you can make more, all from using AI in a creative way, right? This is such a boring. When I read this, I was almost laughing. This is such a boring business, right? Plant business, right? Just home plants. You know, when you want to decorate your home, you buy a plant and put in your house, right? I have gone to many plant stores, but I never realized that these guys have found a secret to make a lot more money in the plant business. And basically, their idea was to better market their plant store. So it was AI in marketing. It cost less to market and make revenue for this company because they were using very smart campaigning. And just by that, they grew so big that they are in, again, many, many different cities. Another example of use is bulk bracelets. I never even knew this was a great business until I started researching who is using AI in business, small business. Right? And this Pure Vida bracelets, they achieved a 35% increase in sales. You know what that means? If you're making $1 million, you're making $350,000 more next year, right? And so they also did creative campaign use of AI in campaigning. And so marketing seems to be a very good area to use AI and increase your revenue or increase your profit, right? And once you market and you get customers, the next step is to keep the customers, and there also AI will help. So already mid-sized companies are using many AI tools and prospering and making more money. So if you look at the even smaller businesses around, I took a look at what are the businesses around LA, right? And I categorized them, and I picked some example categories. So just to give you some example, boutique clothing store, they make about 800,000, 900,000 a year, and they make 10% of that in profit, and they put $30,000 in marketing. So as a business owner, this table gives you an idea of what other people are doing around LA at least. Of course, this table would change if we go to another city like New York or Miami. This table may not be the same. But at least for LA, I did an in-depth study. All these businesses are spending marketing dollars, but they differ. They kind of come in three varieties, right? Low 5%, mid 10%, and the extreme high 20% of their revenue on marketing. Now, some of us have to spend money on marketing just to stay alive, because competition is taking a business. You need marketing just so you can function and you can stay alive, right? And then extra marketing would help you grow. So this is a reflection, a sample set from around LA of what small companies are currently spending and what kind of growth rates they are getting from that spend. A basic fact that you can get from that sample is that the more you spend on marketing, the more you can grow. But that's not exactly right, in the sense that some people spend a lot and don't grow as much, and some people spend little and grow a lot more. So there are some secrets to how to spend your marketing dollars, right? And that's one area where AI can actually help for you to grow your business and make money. Because growing your business is not simply spending on marketing. It's more interesting and more challenging, and AI can definitely help you do that. So the question as a small business owner you would ask is, should I invest in AI? Right? That's the question I'm hoping you will have as you're coming to this webinar. Obviously, you came to the webinar because you are interested in how can you make more money with AI. But to make more money with AI, you need to invest in it. So first question is, can I afford to? When you ask that question, it's like an assistant. Can you afford an assistant, which can play many roles? All of us know that smart assistants do have. But smart assistants, you have to pay them, so you have to invest in them. So one of the ways of thinking about investing in AI is, what kind of smart assistant do I need as a business person, right? Should pay for themselves and more, right? Otherwise, I would be losing at the end of the day. So the question is, at least you need to give it a thought of whether you can use assistants to help your business. They're not real person assistants. Think of it as automatic assistants or assistant AI assistants. So the question is not so much can I afford to or can I afford not to, because your competition is going to use it if you are not going to use it. So here is an economic model for all small businesses to try to think about whether it makes sense for you to invest or not. So in this model, as I looked around the small businesses of LA, I picked some number, a basic number to work with, like $500,000 revenue and 20% profit. That's $100,000 of profit. So imagine a small business person around LA who is making about $500,000 in total revenue a year and spending and making $100,000 in profit. And typically they spend $50,000 on marketing, and the rest of it goes into operations, finance, things like that, right? Now, what I have found that you need to spend, if you have a revenue of $500,000, you need to spend about $50,000 a year just to stay even. That means you don't grow, but you can stay even from this year to next year, right? So you can stay in business next year. Just to be staying in business, you need to spend money in marketing, and that's about $50,000. Now, so in the first graph, 2024 and 2025 looks the same because you're spending same amount in marketing both years. Now, if you spend $12,000 in AI-enabled marketing, then you will definitely make more money. If the AI is not dumb, which is a big thing. You need smart AI to help you with marketing. And if you do that, typically you will make right here 20% more profit. Not only that, you will also grow. And the simple reason is the way people do marketing in LA, right? I've talked to many people, businesses in LA. They hire local people and they basically hand over marketing to the local people. First thing is local people may be good, may not be good, we don't know. But local people are definitely expensive. That's number one, right? So even if you don't use much AI, but you are able to get the same results and spend less, but then you can do more marketing. So effectively, you have increased the bang for the buck, right? So you can get the same even without using AI. If you could lower the cost of marketing, I'm saying you could get better results for yourself. You can grow more and make more just by that fact. But if you could lower your cost and become more effective using AI, then you can make a lot more. And that's the assumption I've made here. And with a $12,000 investment in AI, you can make $24,000 in profit next year and grow your business about, more than 20%. Now, whenever AI is talked about these days, it's mostly about marketing. But one of the most important applications of AI is operations. Like you remember the home painting business, where they improved their business by just being able to code better, or the yoga studio business, where they improved their business just being able to schedule better. So if you think about spending in operations the same $12,000, you will also get significant improvement in profits. And this is a fact that many businesses around LA I have talked to don't realize. It's just that when you think of your operations cost, they are a lot more than your marketing costs, right? So a small fractional improvement in operations can lead to a big improvement in your profit. In other words, you can make $40,000 or $50,000 more next year if you invest $12,000 in AI. But your business hasn't grown because you didn't spend in marketing. So the last option I'm showing here is you spend in marketing and you spend in operations. Then amazing things can happen. You save money from operations and reinvest in marketing. That means you grow at least 20%, but you also profit 70% because you have saved on operations and improved your marketing. It's not magic. It's basic common sense. If you can save on operation by getting a cheaper service to do it for you and a smarter service to do it for you, you're going to make more money. So it's not magic using AI. It's basically common sense, but you have to put pencil to paper and look at what you can afford and what you should do. That's the advice that I can give today to small business, right? So the bottom line is smart automation is good for you. automatic marketing is good for you. Automating operations is good for you. So why not invest? After you have decided you want to do something about yourself, you're going to ask yourself, should I do it myself, right? If you do it yourself, the questions to ask is, do you have the tech and team? Do you need the tech and team? If you need a tech and team, you should find the best option for you. But do the math. By that I mean, do you have the right tech and team, and how much are you going to spend on it, and what will you get from it, right? And in that math, you shouldn't be forgetting your own time. Many small business owners, for example, will get a tool which advertise that do it by yourself AI. Like Wix sells you a tool, like build a website yourself. But when you spend time, if you don't count how much value you're losing, instead of going out there and getting more business, you're spending 5 hours on Wix. Is it worthwhile for you? Because your own time is precious, which very often we don't think about. So this is really what I can give from my experience to you small business owners, that this is a time to look at AI. This is a time to look and see whether you have the capabilities yourself. And if not, you go out. And when you go out, you need to ask yourself, is this the tech and team I want to partner with so that I can make more next year? Now I'm ready for questions.
Okay, if anyone has a question, you know how to do it. We're gonna present the slide of how you can do it. You can go to the activity panel in the right, just in the right of the chat. You wanna search for Q&A, and you have the option there. You can write it, and I will read it for you. I have one here that I wanted to read, but I don't find it anymore.
These are questions about business, okay? Not personal. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, guys, you can make your questions if you have any. Okay, there is. Here are the steps that you have to follow in the case you have to make a question. Okay, I'm gonna give them some seconds. Maybe they're writing.
Mm-hmm.
You can see in the screen. Okay, we have some here. What are your tips on finding the right AI to use?
Great question. I think that depends on what the right thing you want to accomplish. Let's start with the assumption that you just want to make more money next year and you don't really care how you do it, right? Then the right AI to use will depend on where you think the best focus is for next year. It could be on marketing or it could be in operations. If your operations currently are all manual and it's a significant chunk of your expense, it's better to save money in operations, because if you spend money on marketing, it has to come from somewhere. And if you invest from your own pocket, you will see your own take from the business decreasing next year. But if you first save in operations and then reinvest in marketing, it's a safer route. However, having said that, many businesses are in a crunch time. They don't have time to save money on operation. They want their business to grow right now, like in the next 2-3 months. Then the answer is definitely invest in marketing, AI marketing, because AI marketing should at least be as good as regular marketing, right?
Okay, great, sir. We have another one here. Let me see. What are the most promising emerging trends in AI that businesses should be aware of?
Good question. The most important trends in AI we should watch for as business people is not so much how the AI technology is changing, but how the AI applications are changing. So if you go to the Next 24 Google website, it's an amazing collection of how AI being used for. So my advice to a business owner is to keep looking for applications of AI, not so much how AI technology is changing.
Okay, great. We have another one here. What exciting new products are we working on?
That's it. I don't want to address that in this seminar because I want to make this seminar purely for businesses to use AI, not to promote Simplia. You know, we have a service right now, which is visit us and then we will give you a health check and a plan. And there we can talk about what we are working on. We are working on many interesting things, but I think that's a better forum to talk about what we are working on.
Okay, great. Oh, give me a moment. There's a lot of questions. I'm following an order. Okay, let me see. I have one right here. That I just read that one. Okay, I have one here from Ramon. How it seems this is the same philosophy and strategy as we are using for a better proposal?
I think that I am going to continue the seminar for our reps, right? In that meeting, we will address that. Let's finish this meeting just for business owners, right? Ramon's question we can take in the, in about 10 minutes, right? When we start the next part.
Okay, I have another one here. What do you think about AI can beat the human mind in marketing?
That's a very good question. And my experience is AI cannot beat in human mind creativity yet. But in execution, not AI by itself, AI plus smart automation can beat humans.
Okay, great. I have another one here. Most of the customers have a deep fear to pay upfront to a random phone call. Can we provide them with a free trial or a money-back guarantee?
So that's simply a related question. We'll answer that after this session, right?
Oh,
Let's
okay.
conclude this session, take a break for 5 minutes, and then we'll meet with the reps, right?
Okay, great. Let me see if we have another one about the AI. Okay, here it is. Hi, sir. This has been a wonderful session, so thank you so much for that. My question is that what are your views about the limitation of AI?
Limitations of AI, or again, I want to focus the question from a small business perspective. This is my first talk, right? I'm practicing giving it to business owners, right? So I want the question to be asked as if you are a business owner. Ask the question as if you are a business owner.
Okay, we have another one here. Has businesses grown? How should they scale their AI initiatives without compromise efficiency or quality?
Very good question. And my suggestion is don't risk your current business for anything. It's precious. So whoever is doing it for you should do that in parallel. Like if you have a website, they should create their AI website in parallel. If you have a process for delivering to your customers, don't shake it up. Build a parallel process and then on the weekend move to that process.
Okay, what factors should be considered when we expanding AI capabilities across multiple departments or business units?
Okay, good question again. And here I would again use AI because AI is a good tool to gradually spread something in an organization instead of one day to the next. You can use AI in rolling out AI apps.
Okay, great. Let me see if we have another one business related, because there's a lot. I have to read them and my team is helping me. Give me a second. Mhm. Okay, I think we don't have more for business. If you want to continue, sir.
Okay, let's take just like a 5-minute break so we can just have reps only meeting, right?
Okay, great. So after this break, we're gonna have the Repsol meeting.
Should we start at, let's say, why don't we start at 11 o'clock? 15 minutes or 10
Okay.
minutes? What's good? I'm available, but I think we should break and just have reps in the meeting, not everybody else. I mean, reps plus our usual crowd like Lavish and Sam and people like that, right?
Okay, sir. As you said, it's okay.
Thank you, sir, for everyone. We are going to set up this.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much, all the conductors. You were wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. You
Flawless.
too.
Flawless.
Bye, sir.
Flawless.
Bye, guys. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. So we'll join in 10 minutes or 15 minutes.
Whatever you want will be okay. You just let us know.
Okay, let's do it exactly at 11. That's a good break, right? 11.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Bye.